Excellent. Look at that. Oh, sweet. That is fantastic. Hey guys, Bill, Flat Broke Garage. We're back in my garage, and today I'm going to do something I never wanted to do, never thought I'd have to do, and I'm going to do it because nobody else wants to do it. What I'm going to do is, and I'm sure for a lot of guys out there, they've done this a million times, but I'll tell you what, I've searched all over the North Georgia, South Tennessee, Western North Carolina area, and nobody wants to do this. So we're going to tackle it and try it. What I'm going to do, I'm putting a windshield in my 1964 Cyclone. Now, you know, newer cars, not so bad. You know, just they glue in. Get the little tool, the little Sawzall thing, cut it out. These are in a rubber gasket, which I think 90% of cars were up till like 80s. But the problem with this one is Ford, and I think Tri-5 Chevys have the same problem, is you have the rubber gasket, but they take their chrome and they cut a notch in the rubber gasket, and they put that chrome in the rubber gasket. So it's like wrestling a greased pig. You got your windshield with the gasket on it and the chrome in it, and you got to put it in, you got to pull the string. So I understand it. It's a two-guy job. So even for, I guess, experienced guys. So let's see how well an idiot can do doing this. I've shanghaied one of my friends, Paul, and he said he's done them before in a Tri-5. So he said it should be the same thing other than it's a Ford. So, you know, we won't say he's working on a Ford. But so we'll give it a shot and let's see how well this goes. I don't know. If it breaks, it breaks. I got a used windshield. You know, I can always order another one. But I can't find a glass company to put them in. So if you guys know any other tricks, put it down in the comments. You know, I don't know. I just know the rope deal, it's what works. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. I mean, it just takes you a second. You don't get charged anything, and it really helps me out. I appreciate it. So let's see if we can get this done. So basically, we just got take my visors down, and we got these interior chrome metal trim panels. We'll get these pulled off, and then we got to cut the rubber gasket out, and then the windshield should just like push out, right? I mean, you know, a gasket's really hard, so I don't know how easy it'll be to cut, but let's get in. Got a series of screws that run down here, kind of hold this old weather stripping on, but pull those out. This corner piece should lift off. I don't know if it's glued on too or not, but I guess we'll find out. Screws are hidden. There's one. That one is stripped out. We're going to have to drill that one out, unfortunately. To drill at least one of these out. I think I got to get this whole piece off to get this out. I don't know. All right, so I got these screws out here. There's a couple hidden ones here. This just glues in or is pressed it up here. I don't know if it's one piece. And this is all one piece here. All right, well, got these screws out. Now we can get this off. There's a clip holding this on. Well, I guess it just slides. Oh no. There we go. So this clip holding this on, so this should theoretically pop up and pop off. It's like Tetris. And I don't want to mangle any of this chrome either. I don't know how hard this is to get. Oh, there we go. Yeah, up. Boy. That's, oh, I don't know what the hell just fell off there. That. Awesome. It is full of creature dust or nests or, well, you can see how dry rotted this gasket is. I mean, it's just flaking apart here. I mean, look at that. Just fall right out of here, really. So, sure hope I got the right gasket for this. It's my luck, I'll get the wrong one. I'm gonna try and cut this rubber here. She cuts pretty easy. I don't know if it'll come out or not. Yeah, that's awesome. And so far, it's not rusty under here. That's a plus. Sometimes you get these windows out and, you know, it's all rust under here. Sweet. This is a lot more leverage up here. Yeah, it's still cutting pretty nice. Pretty much the whole perimeter cut except for the bottom. It's kind of jiggling loose. I gotta cut one more with my knife. So I got all three sides cut, and I'm kind of hoping it just lifts out of the bottom here. Yeah, I don't know. This stuff doesn't cut like supple rubber. This is like cutting concrete. This gasket is so hard. Very broken, like 4 blades. It's got like an armor coating on it. But let's see. Yes. Excellent. Look at that. She's out. Oh, sweet. That is fantastic. Success. Now this should just pull right out. Little gasket. Oh, they got some sealer crap on here. This thing must have been leaking. All right, so we got the window out. So now my next step is I got to clean out the channel and stuff around it. I got really lucky because a lot of these old cars, this whole window channel and ridge, it rots out. I mean, I tell you, it's... I won on this one. Let me show you. I had one screw that I had to drill out, but all the other screws came right out. I mean, we got to clean it out, but this is, I got so lucky. So we got to get all this scraped out, cleaned out, because, I mean, this must have been leaking. It is just full of gack and caulk and stuff. Also gives me a chance to clean this red oxide primer up. When we got this car, I'll put a picture up, it was covered in about 20 cans of red oxide primer. And I wet sanded all the primer off to expose the original paint, original lacquer paint. So, you know, it's kind of cool. The paint held up underneath. So they obviously never sanded this. They just, you know. So we'll get this cleaned up and see what we can do. Through, but I'm going to try the old the Brillo pad, kind of scrub thing, get that rust out of the paint, and it should work pretty good. You know, it's not like as bad as sanding it out, but yeah, look at that. It's, yeah, let's wipe this off. Yeah, it's getting that rust. Gets the rust right out of there. Then I'll come back with like a, I guess almost like a lacquer thinner to get the rest of this tar stuff out of here. But the Brillo pad works for the surface rust. I'm pretty impressed. So, well, we got the lacquer thinner out and we cleaned. Boy, I tell you what, she cleaned up pretty good. I am really, truly lucky that this is a solid car. I mean, there is not a single rust hole anywhere in his window frame. It really came out well. So yeah, I got one screw left. I still got to get this out, and one more major hurdle, and that's what makes these windows so hard, is this chrome trim is actually pressed into the old window gasket. You can see here, hang on. See that flange? Well, that is in that gasket, and that's what drives people crazy. It's got a little lip on it. Focus. And yeah, that's the sucky part. So I guess this piece of trim, I got to dig it off here. It presses into the rubber first. Then I take the rubber with the trim, put that on the glass, and then the glass goes in the car. So I understand. So we'll give it a shot. Like I said, I got a buddy coming to help tomorrow. He's done a couple try-5s. I think they're kind of the same. Another buddy coming to watch, point and laugh. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it goes in without any struggle. The window I'm using is out of an original car. I mean, it has a little D-lam here. That gasket sits in there pretty good. So, you know, it's an old window. It might crack, might not. So we'll just give her a shot. Stay tuned. We'll hit it tomorrow and see what happens. Fingers crossed. Well, it's day 2.5, I guess. I worked a little bit on it. But anyway, my buddies are on their way here, and we're going to see if we can get the window in. Now, after taking this window out and getting all the prep work done, I see why now a lot of glass companies don't even want to mess with it. I mean, to put in a normal windshield for like a Chevy pickup truck or whatever, I mean, without all the high-tech wizardry that's, you know, in the windows now, but just a regular windshield, those guys can knock it out in about a half hour, 45 minutes. I myself, I have 2.5, 3 hours in cutting the glass out. Now, I cut it out. I could have just kicked it up, but I cut it out just to see what it's like to really take one out. And, you know, it's kind of a pain. But then it's all the cleaning and prep work. And the glass company, they don't know what's going to be underneath that rubber seal either. It could be rust. So, you know, a lot of them, I get it. They don't want to mess with it. I can see it's time consuming. It just, you could do probably like 20 windshields of a regular car in the time it takes to do this one. They could never price it right, I guess. So, you know, I get it now. Now I'm kind of understanding. But hopefully Ours goes in okay. No leaks. You know, it is what it is. And like I said, if it cracks, it cracks. We'll just go get another one. So I've had this windshield bouncing around with me for 2 years. 2 years. And I've taken care of precaution, wrapped it. I have it on my little foam stand here. So I went to move it, and I heard just the slightest sound. I don't know if you can see it. Bring it in here. But there, my friend, is a crack. Just a little hairline crack where this little chip was. I don't know if I can get it. Little tiny hairline crack. So, I don't know how well this is going to play out. All right, so we're going to try one last ditch effort, and I got this windshield repair kit. I don't know. It's probably just not doing much anything, but we're going to try it. I guess I'm just going to bend that over. I don't know. See if this works. It's made for little bullet marks, you know, like bullseyes. I don't know if it's going to work on the end of the thing or not, but I guess we will find out. Now, we pull that, we pull this off, and let's see, we take this thing, line the tab up like so. 3/4. If there's goo inside here, how do you know when you use 3/4? You can't see through this thing. Oh, well, it's dripping out. That can't be good. Just worrying about that. Stuck in there. We just need the goo. And then we're just going to make a little dam here with the goo. These are, like I said, for the center of the window, not just a deal here. So, engage, let's sit for minimum of 20 minutes. All right, well, let's let it sit for 20 minutes and see if it does anything. All right, well, we put a little bit of the blue smooth in our cut here, and we're going to try and walk this in. See, this has a curve in it. I guess we start the curve. I'm sure there's guys that have done this before sitting watching and laughing right now. But it's kind of going in. Oh, I see where it's going to be a pain. Hit these corners. in the car. You know, that glass repair stuff, that actually worked. We put it on and like the crack disappeared. It worked out perfect. You know, let it sit in the sun. I was actually shocked. It did pretty good. So we got the window going in, as you could see, and it took 3 of us to wrestle this thing. But let me show you something, how it went. Oh, 80% in, and I gave it up, and the window cracked. So, I guess it's the way it goes, man. You know, I wasn't trying to be cheap. You know, I had friends and we kind of knew how to do it and stuff. I wanted to learn, you know. You got to break a few windshields to learn, I guess. So, but I did learn one thing, though. I learned is I'm going to have somebody else do it. So I'm going to, I guess, call my insurance company that starts with an H for the old cars. And they have to have somebody that can fix these windshields. I'm not going to claim it. I just think they have a pretty good source of fixing these cars and where you're located. So that's where we're at. I'm grounded until the window's in. You know, I don't think I'll make a video of somebody else putting it in, but we gave it a shot. You guys got to see, and that's how it worked out. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I could really use it. And we'll catch you on the next one. We'll see ya. Bye.